All right, looks like we're live. Oh my gosh. That was brutal. That was absolutely brutal. First, let me move this. There we go. Whew, all right. All right. Let's see how audio sounds. We have a viewer. Sweet. Hello, testing. Testing, testing. How's my mic sound? Is it working? Hello? Can anybody hear? Not looking like it. Don't think anybody's chatting. Well, I'm just gonna have to assume people can actually hear me, so we'll go ahead and continue on here. Aha, you can hear me. Okay, okay, Chris. Sweet. Just making sure. I don't know how the sound is. I kind of just threw this together. YouTube streaming is like not as easy as Twitch streaming at all. It's painful. Okay, so let's start off. This is the end of the season. We're on a bowl week right now. And let's look at our job security first to make sure we're not getting fired, you know. And it looks like we have a C prestige after going 3-9. Oh, thank you. We have a C prestige after going 3-9. So even though our target wins were 5, we only won 3 games, and somehow our prestige went up like a whole level. So clearly this game realizes that we actually did pretty well considering the circumstances. And we'll actually go ahead and take a check at our coach security for our coordinators. So we have 100% job security. That's insane. The UMass guy, they went 7-4. That's interesting. Brian Kelly did pretty well. BYU was terrible last year. And then New Mexico State, absolutely horrible. Let's check on our OC. So Chris Brad, 53% job security. So even though it says low, I feel like that's pretty good to be 66th out of 126th in your very first year at the FBS level. So that's pretty impressive if you ask me. D- prestige seems a little low. Frankly, I think it's underrating OC Chris Brad. Even though the last few games we had were pretty pathetic offensively. Like, we were horrible offensively. That was painful. And then defensive coordinator Todd Mayfield is on the hot seat. Despite actually being pretty decent at the end of the year, we just had a horrible year. 126th. We were dead last in defense. So, we'll see. See how the cards fall on Coach Carousel later. Let's go ahead and check out. Looks like Clemson and Alabama are in the national championship. Who could have called that? Like, Clemson and Alabama? That's so unexpected. That's just, I'm so surprised by that outcome. Let's see if we have any award winners first. Let's go ahead and just run through this. Mason Fine, the Maxwell. Okay. Okay, Mason. Did not expect that. Looks like we don't have anybody. And he was runner-up for the Walter Camp. Looks like DeAndre Swift beat him out for that. Nobody for the Bednarik. Nagurski. Mason Fine wins the O'Brien. Wow. Good for him. Not seeing anybody. I'm pretty sure we have one person though, which is surprising. It's got to be kick return. Yeah, there it is. Look at that. Lance Roach, kick returner of the year. 1,650 kick return yards. Now this is skewed, right? Because we had so many defensive breakdowns that you get a lot more chances of return. But, you know, a redshirt freshman getting 3 touchdowns is pretty dang good. I mean, the next highest guy didn't even have a touchdown. So, I'll take that. Not bad. That's pretty good. Let's see on All-Americans. So that means he's probably an All-American. Mason Fine, first team All-American. That's pretty impressive. And nobody. Lance Roach, though. Very nice. Let's check on the second team. Probably not anybody all NCAA. Yeah. Didn't expect to. Let's see in the independents. I feel like winning in the independents is so hard. Or not so. It's so easy to do that it kind of devalues it since there's like 5 independents. But yeah, I know. Way to go, Roach, right? He was a beast this year. It's like our only good player. On offense, that is. I don't see any first teamers. Uh-oh. If we can't even get one All-American in the independents, that's not good. Oh, hey, okay. Dusty Hale, true freshman. Second All-Independent. Second team All-Independent. That's pretty good. Timothy Clay, there you go. We're going to be losing him next year. That sucks. He was like our most consistent defensive player, and we're losing him. That really sucks. Antoine Bean, who's only a junior. So Antoine Bean actually next year at 78 overall, he may be a force to be reckoned with at safety. Interesting enough, Chris Kemp and Kerry Webster, neither one were an all-independent, which I guess shows how deep those positions were. Not bad, not bad. Heisman winner. Oh my gosh, is that what I saw? Mason Fine won the Heisman. I swear I did not edit him either. This is just straight out of the box configurations. He won the Heisman. That's awesome. Let's check out what his stats were. I know, right? Our def was horrible. I can't believe we got more people on defense than we did on offense. Let's see. So he had about a 64% completion percentage, threw for about 4K yards. So we're looking at, you know, Graham Harrell levels of air raid offense. 33 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. 28 times sacked. Yeah, that sounds about right. And then rushing, he had 630 yards on the ground too. And 13 more rushing touchdowns? Holy moly. This guy had a beastly season. That's awesome. Very awesome. Let's check how we ended up in the year on the conference standings. Ooh. Did better than New Mexico State, though. I noticed a lot of independents only play 11 games. I wonder why that is. Alright. I think that's pretty much it. We can check some team statistics real quick. Season stats? Yeah, let's check season stats first. And then we'll skip ahead a week and check out what teams did as a whole. So, passing game. Clinton Crenshaw, who ended the year and got hurt in the second to last game for the rest of the season, is still hurt, ended up having a 100% completion percentage, 3 touchdowns, and no interceptions. This guy should have been playing quarterback for us. Wow. That's awesome. A long pass of 75 yards. That's insane. Jason Price, our starting quarterback for most of the year, the senior redshirt captain. He had 201 for 331 completions out of attempts, so that's about, what, 60-something%? He threw for 2,500 yards about, so that's pretty decent. 18 touchdowns, 24 picks. That hurts a lot, I think. That's pretty brutal. A few of those were just really bad games, though. I feel like he was solid as a whole the whole season, and he was dead on 60%. Sacked 11 times, so that's actually pretty good. You look at a guy like Mason Fine getting sacked 28 times, and Jason Price only gets sacked 11. That means we were kind of getting the ball out there pretty quickly. Also, let me know if the resolution's too bad. I have it set to 900p, just to hopefully not kill my internet speed here. So if that's not good enough, I can try to up it, and if it's just fine, then no big deal. Or if it's like really laggy, I can change it. Jesse Malone, the third string quarterback, threw 6 for 13 for 79 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. 46% completion percentage. Yeah, not bad except for the picks. Like, literally, I think if you take out a few of those bad games... Thank you, resolution's good. If you take out a few of those bad games, we are talking a pretty solid, maybe all-independent level season from him. And he really wasn't that special. He was slow as dirt, that's for sure. Roderick Lindsay, the punter, for a few fakes in like those first early games where I had him play quarterback a few times. He does come back next year, so we may see some more punter action. And we may see some Atari throwing or punting the ball. He threw for 5 for 11, 51 yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. And Braylon was by far the worst. He threw 11 for 28 as the second string quarterback. And he threw 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. He did not look good. He could not throw the ball worth a lick. And he does come back next year, though. And then Frank Charles was horrible. 2 picks. Yeah, him throwing the ball on, I thought that would be like some sort of, secret hidden strategy. We have our athletic running back throw the ball. No, he was horrible. Serge Cruz as well. Let's see. Rushing the ball. Serge Cruz actually had a really freaking good year, and he's a power back. So that gives you kind of a bit of a baseline for how Bo Johnson is going to do next year when he comes in, because we got Bo Johnson. So that's freaking awesome. And he's like Serge Cruz if Serge Cruz had other talents aside from just strength and breaking tackles. And he did amazing. He almost, he was about 300 yards away from 1K. So, I don't know. We might have been able to get him there. I doubt it, but yards after carry were pretty good. He had 5 rushes of longer than 20 yards. And he's slow. 0 fumbles. That's huge. I mean, look at Frank Charles. He had 2 fumbles. That's not even that awful, but he only ran the ball 66 times. Clinton, I don't feel like touched the ball enough. He averaged 4 yards a carry and just didn't touch the ball at all. He definitely should have gotten more carries. Lance did pretty well. He had 4.3 yards per carry. I like having him on some of these one-off wide receiver runs. I definitely feel like he needs to get more opportunities that way. Robbie Mackey sucked. Can't wait to get Kosi in. Horrible. And the rest of these guys, we won't talk about the one game I put Timothy Clay in, and then he fumbled and we lost the game off of it. We won't talk about that. I should have just left him on defense. Receiving, Lance Roach had himself a nice year at receiving. 54 catches for 670 yards just about. 6 touchdowns. He had 56 yards per game and pretty good yards after the catch. He did drop the ball 13 times, but he was also targeted like a ton of times. It doesn't show his targets, but he was targeted a ton. And our second leading wide receiver is a tight end, which tells you maybe Zeke is about to get himself some nice action. He did really well actually. Only 1 touchdown, but man, he was a rock. Only 6 drops. Jermaine Cotton was our best talent wide receiver. And he had, at first, an underwhelming season, in my opinion. He started to turn it on late. Serge Cruz. So this is actually an interesting number I'm seeing. So he had 302 yards, right? If we scroll over, he had 3 touchdowns receiving. That's pretty good. 75-yard catch. He averaged 25 yards per catching per game. And he's not a scat back or anything. So if we had somebody who was a bit faster and a bit more agile... 353 yards after catch. That's huge. That's huge. That's like as many yards as he had total, right? Yeah, so he had more yards after catch than he had receiving. I don't understand how that works out. And then the rest of these guys, not really factors. Timothy Clay had 2 catches. Yeah. We need more receiving. That's for sure. Blocking, it looks like Courtney Marks had 9 pancakes and 1 sack, so he did really well. Really only Myron Kendrick gave up a lot. We actually had a pretty solid year, even though I felt like the quarterback got rushed a lot. We were able to make quick passes out of the pocket. And then defensively, Timothy Clay was our rock. This guy was a beast. 61 tackles. Not good having a cornerback lead your team in tackles, but that's what happened. 58 solos, so he only had 3 tackles that weren't solo tackles. That tells you a lot about him. 1 sack, 1 pick. We did not have many picks this year. Antoine Bean, I look over and he's got a ton of tackles, and then he's got 1 pick, and he's also got 2 fumble recoveries, so he did have a pretty good year. Dusty Hale was top 3, and this guy was a beast, Dusty was a true freshman, and he was just a beast. He had 1 fumble recovery. Ulysses Horn comes back, so that's good. Chris Kemp is only a junior, so maybe he comes back and he's a bit better next year. He had himself a nice campaign. He had 6 tackles for loss. 2 forced fumbles, if I'm right. It says only 1. I'm pretty certain he had 2, though. I feel like he had 2 forced fumbles. And then Kerry Webster, man. 17 tackles for loss for Kerry Webster. This guy was a force in the backfield. 10 sacks. 10 sacks. This guy is like an Ohio State defensive end or something. Like, if you called this guy Nick Bosa, I would not be surprised. 1 fumble recovery. Man, he was a beast, and he comes back next year. Dusty Hickman comes back next year. I mean, we may lose a lot after this year, but, Prince Lofotaupo, 11 tackles for loss. That's really good. 6 sacks. I mean, that's huge. 6 sacks is huge for a true freshman. And he's huge. Oh my gosh. Prince is huge. And kicking. Jose Escolar had himself an okay campaign. 507 along a 48, which is pretty good. Was perfect from extra points. The only 2 he missed were from 40 to 49 yards, so that's pretty good. You'll take that, you'll take that. Let me know if it's a little dark in here too. I can open the window. I don't know how to get the lighting perfect. And then Roderick Lindsay punted 26 times. Should have punted more, and at the same time, you wish he'd punted less. He averaged about 37 yards on his punts, which is horrible. Oh, no, sorry. 44. 0 inside the 20-yard line, and only 1 touchback. So that tells you where he was punting from. Kick returning. I thought Chris Kemp had a good year. Yeah, 1 touchdown, 30 yards, 31 yards average. Same as Lance. You had 2 great guys returning. It's tad dark. Okay, let me go open the window. We'll see if that fixes it. Oh my gosh. How does that look? That looks good. That looks good. I can live with that. If I can not knock my thing down here. My terrible hair. That should be a bit better. You may have a bit of shadow on one side, but I can live with that. Okay. What say we skip ahead? Let's see what happens. I'm excited. Who are the bowl games? Let's just see real quick who's playing. Anybody? UNT only went 7-5 with a Heisman quarterback. That sounds like UNT, doesn't it? That's insane. We're playing Georgia State. They're playing Georgia State, sorry. That sounds so realistic. Was that Virginia ranked? What is this, basketball? Okay, let's go ahead and skip and see what falls for the teams there. Oh, you know what? We could put on some background music. Is there any music? Let's see if we can find. Can you do it from YouTube Studio? No, it doesn't look like you can. I'll have to find. I'll have to lose the audio from the game. I think that's okay though. So audio on here you can hear just fine. The audio from me you can hear just fine, I'm assuming. I'm gonna turn off the audio from the game and turn on music on here. YouTube audio library. What mood are we going for? Let's go for... It's probably way loud. Tell me if that sounds okay. I think this is the song I want to go with. I'm gonna Put that right there. Yo, Kyle, what's up? Are you just checking in? We got 4 viewers. Nice. Very nice. Welcome everybody. We just went through the stats on our team and they were pitiful. I mean, we had a few decent spots. I don't know how do I get this to... I can download it. Hang on. We are kind of scrapping together things that I should have figured out beforehand. Let's see. Let's play it with just Windows Media Player. That's fine. I get this to repeat. Yeah, sweet. Okay, so that sounds good. Not too loud. Awesome. Let's check out the bowl scores. This is where things are gonna be revealed. Utah won, so we lost to a team that went 9-4, was ranked, and we almost beat Utah. You know, we were really close to beating Utah. Can you imagine the feather in the cap of Coach Cook if we had beaten Utah? That would have been awesome. Especially being Utah in state. So San Jose State, who we lost to, did make a bowl game. They got absolutely demolished in it. BYU won their bowl game. So that's 3 teams already that we lost to that were in bowl games and like +8 wins. UNT, another team we lost to, destroyed Georgia. Well, not destroyed, but went 8-5. So we've lost to 4 teams now. 5 teams. 5 teams that were 8+ wins. Utah State, who we beat, barely lost to Oregon State. Talk about a tough schedule. Nothing crazy here. Did we play Houston? We didn't play Houston. Nothing too crazy here. Kansas State winning again. Good for Coach Snyder. Can retire off that now. Let's see. Looks like Wisconsin. There you go. There's another one. Almost beat Wisconsin. 7 wins. Won their bowl game. A&M, Ohio State, Florida. Where's UCF? Way to go, Washington. The one thing they actually can win at. A football game, a video football game. Great stream to watch while doing housework. Keep it up. Thanks. Let's see. Thank you, Heaven's Angle. If you haven't watched Heaven's Angle's channel, get some awesome content of Jordan footage. It is really cool. Really good scenery stuff. Texas actually can win in this video game. So UCF did lose a game, and so they went undefeated. Yet again, didn't make a championship game, so they would have been really upset about that. But it did matter because they did lose their final game of the season to Oklahoma. So look at our conference, or not our conference, our opponents' records. I mean, that's insane. We played so many good teams. TCU won. Way to go, TCU. Very nice. And the final game looks like true to real life. Clemson blew out Alabama. Awesome. Way to go, Clemson, 2020 champs. Alright. I'd say that's it. Let's go ahead and, wait. Actually, let's check out how we matched up to everybody else real quick. And I'm not going to look at it in terms of the NCAA because I don't need to see how bad we were as a whole. So offensively, looks like we were second in offense. That's pretty good. That's really good. Way to go, Coach Chris Brad. What a great job he did. Let's see, in offensive yards, we were 4th, so Passing yards, we were third, and rushing yards, we were dead last by 2 yards to a running offense. That's terrible. Points per game, we were third to last. Passing touchdowns, we were second, and rushing touchdowns, we were second to last. So I don't know how we ended up garnering so many total offensive yards. Oh, that's right. Lance Roach returning the ball. Defense, let's see. We allowed a lot of yards. Wow, that's bad. Passing yard, third to last. Rushing yards, second to last. Total points allowed, most. That's not good. Sacks, looks like we were third in getting sacks though. That's pretty good. Fumbles, second to last, and interceptions, dead last. Conversions, we're actually really good on third down. Wow, that's pretty good. So we were like the Cowboys in 2016. We converted a lot of third downs, and we were pretty good in fourth down conversions actually too. We went for 37 attempts. Wow, we were okay in the 2-point attempts. Red zone. Nothing crazy here. We had a pretty good offensive red zone percentage, so that's impressive. And we gave up a lot. Penalties. We had the least amount of penalties, so we were pretty disciplined. Whoa! Ho-ho. Turnovers. Wow. Negative 32 turnover differential. We gave it away 40 times. Threw 32 interceptions, fumbled 8, and we only got 8 takeaways. Oh, wow. That's awful. So we see some things that we had that we can build on, and we see some things that we need to drastically change for next year. Good to know. Cool. Let's check out school records real quick, and then that'll be it. We'll go ahead and move on. Nothing. Okay. No records broken from our FCS days. Let us move on to the offseason. Here we go. This is where things get exciting, guys. Alright, so we're in a recruiting battle for John Schweiss and the other Bo in the recruiting class, Bo Hall. John Schweiss, if we could get him, would be tremendous. Tremendous. Few awards here. Nice. 3 and 9. Security. Safe. Prestige. C-. So we dropped. Despite not playing a game, we dropped in prestige to a C- from a C. But that's pretty good. Program tradition still a D-, so that's not good. Coaching carousel. Let's see. Let's see what happens here. Let's just sim to see if I get any offers here. Maybe not. Maybe nobody wants to take a chance on me. On Coach Cook, that is. I'm interested to see if we have our coordinators after this season. Fresno State! Oh, hey! They want us to be their offensive coordinator. Oh, defensive coordinator. No! I'm a head coach. So people really want us to be their defensive coordinator. Okay, well we're gonna reject all these. We're gonna go ahead and sim to the end of the coach carousel. I am obviously staying with Olympia. No point in leaving just yet. Alright, let's see what happened actually. Or do I have to advance? I think I have to advance the players leaving. All right, let's see. Did we keep our offensive and defensive coordinator? Coach Chris Brad, you are on the hot seat. Were you? You were fine actually, I think. Looks like you are still with us. Okay. As is Todd Mayfield, our defensive coordinator. Okay. So we kept both our coaches. I think that's good. We have a guy transferring out? Stefan DeLuca is transferring out. He wants playing time. Wow. Okay. Okay. We lose Jason. We lose Serge. We lose Robbie Mackey. We lose Jermaine Cotton and Pedro Timmons. Ray Cantrell. A few linemen. PJ Tucker. Ashley McGrew and Stefan DeLuca. Robert Duncan. Timothy Clay. No. So we don't actually lose a lot this year. That's good. We just lose a potential beast end. That sucks. I hope Western Kentucky enjoys having him. I'm not going to convince him to stay. He is allowed to transfer. Greener horizons for him. Did anybody get drafted? No. I'm really shocked. Check North Texas. Did anybody get drafted? Rico Bussey got drafted. Not Mason Fine. Not the Heisman quarterback. Rico Bussey gets drafted. That sounds about right. Hope he does in real life. Anybody want to come here? No! Nobody wants to come to Olympia. Oh, that's hilarious. So we lose quite a few and we don't get anybody. Man, that's... People don't understand how good they'd have it in Park City, Utah. Let's go ahead and go to recruiting. Here we go. So, to my 4 viewers, who are y'all most excited about in this upcoming season? Maybe it's a recruit we have coming in. Maybe it's Lance Roach, or maybe it's I don't know. Who else do you have to be excited about? There's a lot of potential for this up next season. We don't have many left to recruit here. Let's do a bit of a breakdown on who we already have coming. So we have 1-star recruit Kosi Mensah, the fullback. Zeke Roberts, the tight end. I'm so excited for these two. From Bingham High School. So they're teammates. Gabriel Johnson, a guard. Good to have line depth. Cody Calloway, the 2-way safety and quarterback. Now that is exciting. That's exciting. Dion Hurd, the wide receiver. Throw him a few verts. Tyler Hunt. I'm really excited to get Tyler Hunt. Really excited. He is a pure pocket passer. So we're not going to be running any option with him out there, but he can throw the ball. Bradley Garrett, the guy who will lay you out at safety. He is not the best in coverage, but man, can he hit. Atari Mason, the punter / quarterback. He's pretty athletic, but not really great arm. Dylan Winters, so we replace Stefan DeLuca, who's transferring, and we get Dylan Winters in, who is a great pass rusher. I'm excited to have him. Braxton Hayes, who's a bit more of a blocking tight end to complement Ezekiel. Bo Johnson, let's go. The hype train for Bo Johnson. He will be a train. He's going to run people over. I just know it. I don't think I have him scouted at all, but only 72 break tackle. But I'm pretty sure he is a truck. Another offensive lineman. Kevin Harrison, a JUCO linebacker. And more offensive linemen. Alright, so are we putting like all our points into John Swice? Is that what we're doing? I think we need to have our defensive end up here. And a tackle up here. They're more important. Do we offer scholarships to these guys? I don't really care, you know? I guess I'll offer scholarships. Might as well. If they come here, they come here. Okay, what do y'all think? What do y'all think? Should we go with John Schweiss all the way? Or should we try to spread it out a little bit? Maybe get Sean Vogel and Bo Hall for sure too, because we're leading each of them. Well, actually, we're only leading Sean Vogel by 2,500. Bo Johnson, we'd have to make a pretty darn big push for. I'm thinking we put like 8,000, 7,000 into John Schweiss, and then the rest into Sean Vogel, and just see where the cards fall. Anybody have any different opinions? No? Then I will do that. 8,000 in John Schweiss. I mean, if New Mexico puts their max into him, regardless, we cannot beat. So I'd say by putting like 8,000, we're safe. And then 1,900 in the Sean Vogel. Make sense to you? Okay. Alright, Chris. Now, if it doesn't work, I can blame you. So I will put the full extent of the blame onto you if it doesn't work. I hope it works, though. I really hope it does. I mean, regardless, New Mexico, yeah, I know. If we could get Bo, that would be awesome. But I don't think it's worth putting points into him just to lose him. And even if we get him, it's just more depth. Let's do it. I'm curious who the two other viewers are. If y'all don't have an account on YouTube, I would recommend go ahead and create an account. And if you do, then let me know in chat. If you haven't seen the stream before, 5 viewers now. If you haven't seen the stream before or any of the series before, please check out the start of the series. I think from where we came from, almost upsetting Utah at the beginning, to picking up a win against Utah State, our in-state rival, as our first ever FBS win. We got him. We got John Schweiss. Let's go. And Sean Vogel. So both of them. We did lose Bo Hall. And we lost the two other guys, Glenn Wiggins and Adam Butler. Okay, Chris. Okay. I'll give you this one. You got us who we needed. Oh, that's exciting. That's exciting. I need to see how close those battles were. I really do. Matt King, who we offered a scholarship to, and had a 5,000 point lead just about. He said, nah, I'd rather go JUCO, I guess. So he is not going to be at Division I. That's a bit unfortunate. Looks like Iowa State dumped everything into him. Glenn Wiggins, we probably could have won. John Schweiss, oh my gosh. So we put 8,000 points into him, and New Mexico only put 3,000. They could have won that if they'd have gone all out for him. Sean Vogel, we won pretty handily. I don't think they tried for him. And Bo Hall, yeah, 3,000 points. Wasn't worth it. This is just disappointing. Why did he decide not to come? He'd rather go JUCO, I guess. Okay, so let's see where we rank in the top classes, and then we'll review how all of our high school kids did. 55th! I can live with 55th in the nation. We had 1 4-star and a bunch of 3 and 2 stars. So we didn't even have like a star-studded class. We just had a really solid class for what we needed. Let's see how that ranks with the rest of our state. Troy, what the heck? So Utah ended up with the 41st ranked recruiting class. Pretty good class for them. 13 3-stars. Not tremendous, but that's not bad. And BYU not far behind at 44th. Also an okay class, not amazing. UCF had a horrible class. Where's Utah State? Oh, 97th for Utah State. Our rival, after a really good season, falling behind. 1 4-star, 8 3-stars. But hey, maybe they found some gems. I'm not going to knock them until, you know, I know for a fact. Oh, UNT. Looks like we're about to enter the dark days again for UNT. Yikes. So let's see how recruits did in the state of Utah. Oh, we don't want not committed. All right, let's see here. There were 44 recruits, a lot of those from our high schools. Don't know these 3 guys, but they went to Texas, Illinois, and Ole Miss. So they all went out of state, the top guys. The 4th in-state guy we got. So we got basically the number 1, out of the Utah players who stayed in Utah, we got the number 1 guy, Bo Johnson. That's huge. Chris Harris. I really wanted Chris Harris. And you can see we ended up 3rd. It was not close. BYU had the lead all the way. So BYU looks like they picked up a pretty good player right there in Chris Harris. I hope they play him at both positions. I know they won't, but Robert Farad, who really was more almost like a 5-star center, went to Northwestern. So he's out of state. It's a pretty good pickup for Northwestern. Dylan Winters, we got. Cody Calloway, we got. Dion Hurd, we got. Joe Wright, we got. D'Angelo Heath, I really wanted him. I wanted lockdown corners, you know, with him and Chris Harris. But we didn't get either of them. We struck out on cornerback this year. He went to Utah. Pretty good pickup for Utah. Darius Watton, who should have been a 4-star, went to Boise State. That sucks. Robbie West went to Utah. That really sucks. Demarius Watton went to Utah. Man, Utah picked up a lot of guys I was wanting. So did they get the Watton? No, they did not get the Watton brothers together. John Schweiss, we got. Atari Mason, we got. Tyler Hunt, we got. So Atari and Tyler were one apart. I'm sensing a bit of a high school rivalry between these two at quarterback. They were literally ranked 1 apart out of everybody in the nation. That's awesome. Kyle Price, the little brother of Jason Price, who just graduated for us, went to Utah. So we could play Utah and maybe get Jason Price on the staff, and that could be a bit of a rivalry. That'd be pretty cool. Bradley Garrett, we got. I wanted him so badly. He's a hitter. Trevor Bertier, the run blocker. Man, this guy could open up holes in the defensive line like nobody else. Went to BYU, so great. Their option offense just got a lot better. Ricky James went to Toledo. Got Braxton Hayes. Zeke, we got Zeke Roberts. Kosi, we got Kosi Mensah, and that's it. So not bad. We did really well against the other Utah schools, I'd say. They got some good players, though. Not gonna lie, some of those guys I really wanted. Let's see how... Let's look at the Spark 100 real quick, because there's one guy out of Texas, out of Watauga, Texas, that I really want to see how he did. Cole Bright. And there he is. Going to Oklahoma. He's going to be a Sooner. That guy is going to be a Heisman winner. Put your money on it. Not bad. I'd say that was pretty good. Let's go on to next stage. Let's go to position changes. And this is where we're going to start seeing the team start to get a little bit better. And change a lot. So Tyler Hunt and Atari Mason, I want both of these guys to be quarterbacks. I mean, they're the only quarterbacks we have. I could put... No, I can't. Him. See, Atari, if I go to punter, he can play punter and kicker. So I may have him occasionally be out there, but for the most part, he's going to be quarterback. And speaking of which, Cody Callaway can definitely play quarterback. 55 overall. We'll see. Do we have any athletes? No. Okay. So we've got Dakota Braylon and Jesse Malone as our only other quarterbacks. Halfback, Frank Charles looks to be tied with Clinton Crenshaw for our top running backs, but I promise you, Bo Johnson's going to be the guy I think that I lead the offense through. I just don't see myself using these guys quite as much. We could move Diedrich Jenkins over to wide receiver. Make him a bit of a slot. Let's do that. Maybe we could have him play a little scat back. Fullback, Cozy Mensah. Let's go. I'm so excited for that. And he can play halfback. And he can play punter. Wide receiver, fullback, tight end. This guy can flex to any position we want him to. Cozy Mensah is... It's exciting. I'm excited. Wide receiver. So we are kind of actually chock full at wide receiver. I'm thinking Matt Rice may get cut. I don't know. We have a lot of wide receivers that are all about to graduate. That's scary. And then we've got Lance and Dion Hurd, who are going to be probably our top dogs here. Let's go ahead and go over to tight ends. Okay, we've got Zeke and Braxton Hayes that came in, and they're both going to be our starting tight ends for sure. Absolutely no doubt. Look how well Zeke can play wide receiver. You better believe we're going to be flexing him out wide. They've got Torian Fields to come in and play guard in the future. I may actually move one of these guys to tackle. I think I'm going to move Gabriel Jefferson to left tackle. Yeah, so we actually have somebody there. Left end, we've got Dylan Winters and Ryan Williams. And at right end, we don't really have a whole lot, so let's go ahead and slide over. Nah, we'll keep it the way it is. Defensive tackle, we're looking good. I don't think I'm going to make any position changes this year. How good could he play cornerback? So John Schweiss can actually play, if he wasn't so dang big, he could play other positions, but he's going to have to be linebacker. Absolutely. No way I'm changing that guy off. And we do bring in a JUCO guy as well, so that's pretty cool. Cornerback. That's scary. That is scary. Oh, man. Zach Cook and Dustin Rich are the only cornerbacks we have. We need cornerbacks next year. We need them bad. Free safety. We need free safety next year. Wow, we don't have anybody here. Strong safety. I'm thinking I may have to redshirt one of these guys, or maybe both. I mean, we've got so much depth at safety. Or maybe we'll play these guys at cornerback? I don't know. Kicker. Jose Escolar. Maybe I move Cody Callaway to free safety. Have him and Bradley Garrett be like kind of a tandem duo. And then at free safety, I move Dusty Hickman to cornerback. Antoine Bean. Roy Bolden. That's not good. Let's move Dusty Hickman. We need somebody at cornerback. Oh, and it's not these guys. It's not those guys. Chris Kim can kind of play it. And then we've got Jose Escolar and we've got Roderick Lindsay. I think this is good. Let's just go ahead and skip on to the next one. I don't really want to shake the thing up too much. Okay, I'm kind of nervous about this. We're about to find out how good our team is going to be next year. Let's find out. Alright, Dakota Braylon and Jesse Malone go up. Not very much. Doesn't matter. They're not going to be playing quarterback anyway. Clinton Crenshaw, +6. Okay. He's still really slow, but... oh my gosh. His break tackle and his trucking is huge. That's big. Frank Charles, +5. That's not bad. All of our running backs went up at least 5 points. That is huge. Frank Charles may be able to play scat back. I'm not super convinced about it, though. So Lance and Nick Chase only went up +4. That's a bit sad. Lance has still amazing agility. He got a ton of acceleration. Man, he is weak on other stats. His elusiveness is huge now, so he could play some running back. Maybe not. His spin move is really good. His catching isn't bad, but it definitely could be better. And his route running is atrocious. Okay. Tight end. Our offensive line, phew, only our centers took up a big step. Carlton Norman looks to be pretty good at center. Oh my gosh. +3. Guys were slacking this offseason, man. They were not hitting the gym. Bob Boone went up, though, so that's really good. And Ruben Sparks. He's going to have himself a nice senior season. Prince Lopa Taupau. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I agree. If the offensive line is good enough, we can run the ball all day. All freaking day. But we'll have to see. We may have to, just sacrifice one side of the field and put all our best blockers on another side. I don't know. We'll have to see how that works. But look at this. Prince Lopa Taupau as a sophomore is a 77 after a +6 jump. Holy crap, look at his strength. Let's see his power moves. His tackling's really good, so he's a solid tackler. Oh my gosh. 99 hit power. 99 hit power. Are you kidding me? Whoa. 73 power move. So his power moves could use a bit of work, but whoa. If this guy gets in the backfield and hits your quarterback is lying on the ground for the next 5 minutes. And he was followed by really good jumps by these guys too, Atkins and Sapp both. Manny Prince, Cody Rowe. We may have to go to a full linebacker defense. We have no cornerbacks, but look how many good linebackers we have. Wow. Dusty Hale +4. Ulysses Horn +4. Chavez Webster. Or Kerry. I'm blind. That's Chavez. Kerry Webster, who had a monstrous season, is now a 77 overall senior. Wow. Dusty Hickman only a +4 at cornerback, but at least now we have a decent cornerback at 75. We can actually lock down somebody maybe. Rob Kelly went up a little bit. Antoine Beans in the 80s. We have an 80s level player. Chris Kemp slacked off. Okay. I feel okay about those training results. Not amazing across the board like I was wanting to see, but pretty good. Now we have to cut players. Do we actually have to cut anybody? I don't think so. We have to cut 4 people. Okay. Bo Johnson's apparently our worst rated player at running back. We'll see about that. Sorry, Matt Rice. I cannot justify having you on the roster. David Hogan from Florida. He's not very fast. And he also can't catch. Goodbye. I'm gonna keep everybody else though. At tight ends, it looks like Roddy Lumpkin. He's never gonna get playtime. Come on, this guy's never gonna get playtime. Roddy Lumpkin, thank you for your time here. Goodbye. Ryan Hobbs is really low rated. I'm gonna get rid of him and Rocky Sands. And I know we are now good, but I'm gonna cut a few extra players. Like Carnell Berry. Dude, you're never going to see playtime on the field. Maurice Hammond, yeah, he might. I'm not going to cut any of my linebackers. Can't cut any cornerbacks. I cannot risk losing a cornerback because we have no depth at that position. Antonio Motley. I don't think this guy's ever going to see the field. Okay. We've got 3 extra spaces, so now we can get transfers. If anybody wants to transfer in, we've got the spaces. And now we go to custom conferences, and this is where things get fun. I want y'all to say who you think we should join. Who should Olympia be a part of? What conference? I mean, there's the Big 12. There's the Pac-12. Pac-12 I'm a little iffy on. I don't think we're quite up there enough to join the Pac-12. Mountain West. MAC, I guess we could join technically. I want to keep it a little bit relative, so it's kind of like Big 12, Mountain West, and Pac-12 are really our only 3 choices. But I am willing to join a conference like the MAC. I'm not saying anybody Big 10 or east of there, I'm not joining. Mountain West is your first thought? I kind of think the Mountain West makes the most sense. I don't know, do we think the challenge would be too weak from the Mountain West? Like, is it a better challenge in the Big 12? I don't know. I mean, could we even win 2 games next year in the Mountain West? I don't know. Let's find out. So we're independent. Let's look at the current Mountain West. So if we join the Mountain West, we need to bring somebody along with us. And I was thinking, you know, maybe New Mexico State. I'm assuming we'd be Mountain and New Mexico State would be West. No, we want New Mexico State in here too. I'd probably move... So Olympia and New Mexico State, and somebody would have to be replaced. I'm not sure who. Could we hang in the bigger conferences? I don't know. If we join, I want to join a conference as a championship. I'm not joining the Big 12 if we can't bring somebody else in that makes sense. Let's look at the Pac-12. I'm telling you right now, we could not hang in the Pac-12. I would get, I mean, we almost beat Utah. And we did almost beat Wisconsin. But do I think those were products of, more products of our talent or products of luck? I'm going luck, personally. I'm saying we cannot hang in the Pac-12. I'm not staying independent either. So let's see the MAC. It's too far east. I'm thinking Conference USA. Would that be too far south? That's probably too far south. That wouldn't make sense. See, if BYU came with us, that wouldn't make sense. They're trying to be all, you know, religious on their own. That would just wouldn't make sense. I'm thinking we go ahead and add New Mexico State. And here's what we do. We move somebody over here. Who should be in the West out of this right here? I think we have to have Utah State and the 2 New Mexicos. But who should be in the West? Boise? Should Boise be in the West? I mean, that's a more competitive side, if you ask me. It's like Boise or Wyoming. Which one do y'all think? Boise, yeah, let's go Boise. Let's just do it. I mean, they'll probably get phased out eventually anyway, right? Now we can add ourselves. Boom. 14-team conference. The Mountain West just became a powerhouse. So we've got Olympia, Utah State, New Mexico State, Air Force and Colorado State, and then poor Wyoming. No rivals for them in their own state. I say that works out pretty well. Let's change the conference rules a bit. Do we have any protected rivals? No, I don't think so. Any weekday is fine with me. We will start our conference games if we can. Week 4, I'd like. Week 3 is fine. Best conference record hosts. Do we want to do it this way? Or do we want to have a stadium? We could do Mile High. Is there not Mountain West? I guess there's not a championship for Mountain West, a place. We could always do the Rose Bowl, but that wouldn't make much sense, would it? The New Mexico Bowl. Everybody wants to watch a championship game in New Mexico, right? I'm thinking it's got to be Colorado. We could do Las Vegas. How does Vegas sound? Do a little bit of a WCC style championship game in Vegas. Let's do it. I'm feeling it. All right, Independence. I think I'm going to move UMass into the MAC. Because it makes sense for UMass. Salt Lake. Does Salt Lake have a bowl? They might actually have one. Let me check. So I agree. Salt Lake would be awesome. And it's not technically the home place of any team because Utah is in the Pac-12. Does Salt Lake have a bowl? Oh, well, duh. We could just make it Utah Stadium. Yeah, let's do Salt Lake. I like that. It's kind of like we're still in Utah's shadow, you know? I like that. That's cool. So now I need to fix up this a little bit. I'm going to move UMass into the MAC West. And UConn into the MAC East. Feel like that's wrong. That's probably fine. And last but not least, American to you go for Army. Because why would Navy and Army be indifferent? That's so stupid. Let's do an East and the West. East. Houston's over here. Tulsa's over here. Army swaps with Memphis. Navy swaps with Tulane. And Temple gets screwed over. Yeah, that works. Alright, I think that's good for the conferences for now. Here we go. Let's go to preseason. We get to play now. We get to actually practice a little bit. Oh, this is exciting. May end up being a short stream. If the music's getting old, we can try to find a new song. It's just gotta be royalty free. Also, please let me know if the music on the game is too loud. I can definitely lower that down. Or if anything's too loud, just make sure to let me know. We're not going to redshirt anybody yet. I'll be doing that myself before the season starts because you can't practice with somebody once they're redshirted. It's a really stupid thing. But we can go through the depth chart. No, let's just do that. I'm going to leave all this to my own separate video. If y'all have anybody you want to see me play, because we get, what, 3 extra games? 1, 2, 3, 4. I get 4 games that I get to choose anybody. I don't know if I think we should do another game with BYU and Utah this early in the series. So, you know, if there's 4 teams, you want to think about teams y'all want. If you want to see a team, make sure to put it down and we'll play them. The rest of the schedule is set. It looks like we only have 1 open week at the end of the year, and I'm definitely going to be leaving that open. I like having week 14 open if I can. So we can open on day 1, and I think opening on day 1 makes more sense. So just think about teams y'all might want to see and make sure to put it down, and we'll get to that later for sure. Oh, coach skill trees. Let's see. Can we reset still? Nope, I messed up that a chance. Well, it doesn't really matter. Oh, we need our coordinators to level up a little faster, guys. Come on. I'm almost level 4. That's nice. I'll probably be editing the playbook as well. I can't imagine I use the same playbook. There were things I liked about it, and there were things that I absolutely did not like about it. So let's just go ahead and jump into practice and get a few reps in with our new guys, and then that'll be it for the stream. And thank y'all for watching. I know it's only 5, but it's really cool. I appreciate it. I'm able to captivate 5 people's attention for longer than 10 minutes. That's awesome. And if you know anybody that would like football content, while we can't actually watch football content, we wouldn't have been watching it anyway right now, but you know, if anybody you know likes watching football and likes YouTube, and they have nothing else to do during these trying times, then maybe send them over my channel. Maybe they'll like it. I'm actually gonna take my headphones off. My hair looks insane, but I don't need to hear the same music. It's there. I can't hear the game anyway, so that kind of sucks. Let's go ahead and run from the pistol. This was kind of our formation, and let's go ahead and change the depth chart real quick. First and foremost, I want to see... Ooh. We're going to put Tyler Hunt in first. We're going to put the higher rated guy. Even though coming out of high school, he was one spot behind. We're going to put him in first. And we're actually going to put Bo Johnson in. And then Clinton. And then Frank. Nicholas Chase, Gillett, or Brink. You know, I really liked Mike Brink down the stretch. I'm going to put Mike Brink there, then Gillett, and then let's put Diedrich Jenkins. Diedrich Jenkins, 92 speed. Zeke Roberts, and then Braxton Hayes, and then Kosi Mensah third. Okay. And then on defense, let's see here. Chris Kemp for now, and we're going to have his backup be Bradley Garrett. And then Antoine Bean for now, and his backup will be Cody Callaway. And at cornerback, I'm going to put in Cody Callaway and Bradley Garrett, third and fourth. Ooh, he's a terrible cornerback. Webster, Dusty Hale. We're going to have his backup be John Schweiss. I'm actually going to start Dylan Winters. See how he does. Alright, let's get to it. We're going to run our full house formation first. We're going to see how that goes. We're just going to do random plays for now. And then we're going to run the nickel. Let's do 3-3-5 Sam. This is exciting. I haven't edited anybody's to look better. I'll be doing that later. Okay, so Crenshaw broke a tackle there. Not bad. Oh, good coverage. Look at that. 5-6 white jerseys. So that was pretty good pocket presence by Tyler Hunt right there. And I'm noticing Kosi Mensah is actually getting reps in instead of Frank Charles, which is fine with me. Face mask. Bad throw. Nobody's got their actual numbers. I'm gonna have to edit that myself. This is not looking good to start. I swear, defense always on practice, your defense always looks tremendous. Whichever side you are not playing usually looks good. And look at Crenshaw. Look at Crenshaw there. Not bad. Oh, that's Lance. Nice. Nice. Way to go, Lance. Bad throw. Bad throw. Look how aggressive our defense is. Tyler Hunt's got him. Look at that. He's got some wheels on him. Not bad. And we're up to 6 viewers. Nice. Very cool. The inverted beer gets 5 reds. Not bad. Not bad. Here we go. Bo Johnson. He's slow. Bo Johnson is slow. I like what I've seen from Crenshaw though. What do y'all think about Crenshaw right now? Look at Bo Johnson. This is not a good formation for a premier back. Bad throw. Wide open square. I think we got to get out of this formation. We're getting absolutely clapped in this formation. Let's get out. Let's see. Let's run some ace. Let's get dual tight ends out there. Let's see how that goes. How are the sounds? Does everybody think the sounds are good? Nice catch from Dion Hurd. Okay. Oh, did you see that? Zeke Mensa or Zeke Elliott gave up a block, man. Him with the pick. Oh my gosh! Look how quickly they're in our backfield. Got hit. Nice. That was pretty good blocking right there. Check down. Oh my gosh. Hit is he through again? Man, we cannot get anything going here. Pick. There we go. Some Zeke Roberts action. Let's see how Zeke Roberts does right here. Nice, nice pitch and catch. Nice. That's good. I didn't see what this play was. Okay. Golly. Okay, that's nice. Not nice. Oh, Zeke, you gotta catch that, buddy. Okay, Bo Johnson had wide open lanes right there, and he did not run the ball. Up to 7 viewers. Thanks, everybody, for watching. I appreciate it. We are currently watching our team get demolished by the defensive team in practice. I hope this does not spell bad news for the future. Oh my gosh, Bo Johnson is so slow. What is this? Of course, he's not getting any blocking either. Let's flip it to the other side. Let's see if Braxton Chase can block better. No. Bo Johnson and sharp people though. Boom! Ran right over him. Nice. Not good blocking. Nice, right to Dion Hurd. I do want to see how Dion Hurd does in single height. Oh, look at him blow by. Look at him blow by his man. Good safety coverage, though. Oh, here we go, here we go, here we go. Single high, single high. Good coverage. Oh my gosh, who just laid him out? Is that Chris Kent? This is not working. Oh my gosh! Did y'all see that? Let's just watch Bo Johnson here. Oh my gosh. Boom! Oh! What the heck? What is that? Who is that? He just got laid out by this guy. Who is that? Antoine Bean? Boom! Oh my gosh. We gotta screen cap that. That's beautiful. I gotta screen cap that real quick. That's awesome. And save. And boom. Now we have that. Sweet. One more time, one more time. Beast mode. That I can't describe it any other way. You're right. That is beast mode. Boom! Oh my gosh. Okay, now he may be a little slow, but I promise you, you play like that, you're getting on the field. Lance. Drop. That's not good. We have a fake wide end around. Bo. Look at the yards after contact. He's getting yards. Not when he gets hit in the backfield though. We need. He's still got yards there. Get swarmed. Oh my gosh. Can we get blocking? What's the point of running ace formation if you can't block? Pretty good yards right there. And he picked up the ball. Single high, here we go, here we go. Dion Hurd! Let's go! We gotta watch that again. He straight up mossed. Who is that that's on him right there? Is that Dusty Hickman? That's Rob Kelly. Rob Kelly. Dion Hurd straight up just put Rob Kelly on a, not on a poster, but man, let's watch this. Look how fast he is. And the ball bounces. I love game design. The ball bounces out of Rob Kelly's hand to Dion Hurd, but basically Dion Hurd went up there and got it, and then spun around him. Kelly didn't even know where Dion Hurd was. Oh, that's great. That's great. You'd love to see that. Alright, let's get our ace formation. We need some more formations, that's for sure. Let's get into the train a little bit and then try to do some heavy running, and then we'll start opening things up a bit. Alright. Oh my gosh, another cornerback just laid out. saw the hole there, but he's just too stubborn with the hole. Zeke Roberts. I haven't seen him really impress yet, but we'll line him up out wide so we can get a bit more of a actual good. Oh, bad pass. He was open on that one. Now this became one of my favorite plays down the end of the stretch. Oh my gosh, didn't look right there. That was such a good play. Man, I'm getting just demolished here in the backfield. Zeke. Nice catch. Nice. Just had his feet in bounds. Good defense. Little stretch. No blocking. Don't like that very much. That's kind of congested. And we get sacks. Oh my gosh. Are they blitzing every play? Like, this is insane. Is it just the formation they're in? No blocking at all. From a guy that's as good at lead blocking as Quentin Crenshaw. And you may be wondering, where is the other Bingham star that played fullback? And unfortunately, none of my formations really are amazing on featuring a fullback. But we'll be getting him in at running back a little bit, for sure. Nothing going on that formation. Let's get out of there. Get something that has Kosi in wing offset. Let's try this. And let's get these guys in just like $1. Let's do $1. So Kosi is out there now. Ooh, Bradley Garrett. Okay, Kosi. Let's have Kosi go. Oh, Kosi! Breaking ankles. Take off by Chris Kemp. Let's have Kosi Brockman release. Let's try that again. And he releases. Ah, just didn't have the downfield. Nice tackle by Bradley Garrett there. Look who's wide open. Kosi Mensah. Dion Hurd blows by his defender, man. Good coverage though. Look who is wide open. Again. Kosi Mensah. He's not going to be catching it in that mess. Good catch by Nicholas Chase. Let's try blocking. Oh, he's covered. Okay. Let's run a few more and then switch things up a bit and then probably just go from there. I'm gonna... Can I do tight end wide? I want to get Zeke out on the tight end slot. Let's do that. And we'll run it against the 3-2-5. So now we've got... Oh, the formation subs don't work in this in practice. That's so dumb. That's so dumb. Look at that throw! I can live with that throw. Lance ain't gonna win that, but... Oh, Brink was wide open. Nice are gonna... Oh, he was wide open again. Oh, that's you. That's you. Boom! Money in the pocket, baby. Mike Breen. Oh my gosh. Such an awkward option play. I gotta tell you though, the arm on this kid is tremendous. Square. Oh, I say that and then he throws the most inaccurate pass of the day. That's what I get for saying something too soon. Nah, that was a bad window. No way I'm fitting that. It's too big. Or too small. Next. He's wide open. Good defense. See, if our defense played this hellacious normally, we would have nothing to fear. X. I'll run a few more. Lance. Let's try Dion Hurd. Oh, no, triangle's way too open. Dion Hurd, single high, single high. Throw it up to him. Too far. Triangle. So it seems like his accuracy is a bit of an issue. Triangle. Dang it, he keeps overthrowing these guys, you know? They're wide open. The throws are there. He's just not making them. Nice. Nice. Good pitch and catch. This one is not there. And yeah. Boom. Nice. That was great. Alright, let's throw one more. Up to Lance Roach. No. Alright, let's change things up a bit. We've seen Tyler Hunt throw the ball a bit, and I might do another video with practice before we start. I'm not sure. Let's get Atari in. Okay. At halfback, I kind of like the way it is, but we're going to go ahead and swap out. We're going to run Kosi Mensah the ball. Let's go back to halfback. We're going to put Kosi Mensah in at halfback and then put at fullback Bo Johnson. Not like that's really necessarily ever going to be a thing, but I just want to try it out. We're going to make Dion Hurd wide receiver number 1 and tight end number 1. Braxton Hayes, wide receiver number 2, Zeke Roberts. And on defense, we're going to make free safety number 1, Cody Callaway. And strong safety number 1, Bradley Garrett. At middle linebacker, we're going to sub out Dusty Hale for John Schweiss. And we already had Dylan Winters starting. I think that's everybody. Hope I'm not missing anybody. Alright, let's find out how this goes. And again, if you have anybody you right now want to see us play later next season, please let me know here and now. That'll make things a lot easier. Just tell me, hey, you know, let's watch so-and-so. 629! 629! Like, if you want to see Stephen F. Austin, not existent in this game, but nice little throw. Atari Mason, his number is 2. I like that. Look how good he looks, too. Nice little throw. That was me, though. That wasn't mine. Got it. Is there only one play in this formation? Is that why we're running it over and over? Did I only hit one play? Oh, Johnson. What a beast. Yeah, I only hit one play. My bad. My bad.
Here we go! Green 95!
Oh,
Here we
man.
go! Black!
Sometimes you just do not get a chance
Here
to
we
win.
go! Black! Red! Black 90!
I like that play. I'll have to look at that one more. It didn't work, but
Red! Black! Red! Black!
oh, that was good. I mean, that was there for the wide receiver.
Let's go! Black! Here we go!
That was
Green
not.
95!
It was a bit too far. Oh, that was Nicholas Chase's ball. He should have caught that. Bad blocking. See, Dion Hurd is supposed to be a really good run blocker too.
Black 98! Black! Here we go! Let's go!
I'm liking what I'm seeing from Atari. You got speed. When's the last time you can say you saw one of our quarterbacks run fast?
Here we go! Black 68! Let's go! Black!
Okay, Bo.
Let's go!
Broken ankle.
Black!
Terrible screenplays never work in practice.
Ready! Red 68!
Let's get out of this formation. Joe. Let's try strong.
Let's go!
Alright, all 7 viewers, still accepting people or teams that you would like to see us play in this upcoming season.
Let's go!
I personally don't know who's good right now. Nice catch, Braxton Hayes.
188!
Like it.
Ready!
Team destroyed.
Black! Ready! Black 90!
I absolutely do not get a chance to play the game here.
Black!
I'm gonna run for Tosi.
Black!
Oh, he's not quite fast enough.
Black!
I thought for sure he had that. Bad throw.
Ready! Green! Ready! Green! Ready!
They don't run like screenplays well at all in practice.
Let's go!
Tosi just ran over a guy.
188! Wide!
And they defend things so dang well. So
Ready! Black! Ready! Green!
I think I also need to mix up my formations.
Ready!
Let's throw. Oh, this is one-on-one with Zeke. Oh, how do you not come down with that? That was all him.
Ready.
Zeke Roberts had that one.
Ready. Black. Ready. Black and five. Check. Thunder.
That's Zeke. Of course, we don't have a guy throwing as good of balls anymore. Oh, that's you, Zeke. Ah. No, that was Atari's throw to make.
Let's go. Red 18. Easy.
One-on-one with Dion. Picked off. Oh, no, he got that. No, he dropped it off.
Check. Fox 2. Ready. Flag 68. Ready. Flag 98. Check. Fox.
Alright, here we go. One-on-one. Except there's two people there. I don't know. Who's going to be starting. In fact, I don't think after 2 hours I've really learned much of anything about this next team. We're going to have to play more. We're going to have position battles, for sure. A lot more to this offseason than just today. I'm gonna do one more thing, and then we're gonna call it a day for today's stream. We're gonna go ahead and get Cody Callaway in at quarterback, and we're gonna see how that goes. And of course, the irony is he might be playing both sides of the ball at the same time. So you ask yourself, how does Cody Callaway have a clone? I don't know, but I'm not upset about it. And we are going to get back into. No, this playbook sucks. I need to change it up. We're gonna run that, and we're gonna run that.
Wide 50.
Oh, Bo Johnson, that was a weak
Green 88.
block.
Ready. Green 88. Green.
At every turn, I'm getting demolished.
Ready. Green 88.
Somehow he gets the pitch off. Right?
Ready. Green 88. Ready. Green 88.
That's a pretty decent
Let's
throw.
go. Green
That's a pretty
9.
decent throw. I can live with that.
Ready. Wide. Let's go. Wide.
I could definitely see Cody Callaway playing some quarterback even this season.
Ready. Red 69. Ready. Wide 8. Here we go.
Zeke Roberts.
Wide 8.
Defense played it
Here we
perfectly.
go. Wide. Here we go. Wide 8. Here we go. Wide.
I'm telling you, if they played as hellacious in this game, or in the practice, as they
Here
do
we
in the
go.
real game.
Wide. Here we go. Wide. Here we go. Wide.
There you go.
Here we go. Right.
In the real game, they'd be running faster. Our offense would be so much better. I don't understand what it is about practice that makes things so much harder. Look at that throw, though, and look at that catch by Zeke. And look at the burst of speed from Clinton Crenshaw. Is he gone? No, because he's
Here we go.
fast. Right now.
Here we go. Right. Here we go. Right. Here we go. Green.
Alright, guys, a few more plays and then we're calling it for the day. Nice
Here
one
we
from
go.
Kosi.
Wide
We have a lot to go over. Dion Hurd. Nice.
ready. Green light.
Throw one more up to Dion. Nice.
Let's go. Green light. Ready. Red 18. Red. Hot.
That's a pretty good run right there.
Green light.
Did not end it on
Right
that.
80. Hot.
If I get a good completion here, I'm calling it.
Ready.
To my
Green
own
19.
team, that is. Yikes.
Ready. Wide 8.
Here we go. I can live with that, guys. Alright.
Let's go.
That's going to be it for today. A lot to go over on this team. A lot to go over. I'm going to go ahead and back out and save and basically just give you an overview of what's going to be coming in the next few weeks. Hopefully. Next up is probably going to be a practice episode. It's going to be a bit long. I'm not going to do it live because I don't really want to. I've got a lot to iron out. It's going to be practice. Going to be released. After that, after the practice episode, we're going to do an off-season review episode. And the off-season review will be a hybrid kind of season opener a little bit. I'm going to review the previous off-season, my bad, and then kind of go over the upcoming season. And then after that, we're going to have the game. And we're going to go, and it's going to be basically every bye week we'll do a bit of a recruiting update and a bit of sort of word around the street updates, but most of the games are just going to be games. We're not going to do anything super fancy on those. So if y'all have anything else to say before it's over, let me know. If you have any ideas for teams you'd like to see me play in year 2, like, you know, I mean, we got Houston. I could play Houston. Kentucky, you know, I don't know. Maybe somebody's a really rabid Alabama Birmingham fan. Ideally, most of my teams are going to be on the West Coast, but I am willing to travel for 1 or 2 games. So maybe 1 game in the South and 1 game in the East I'll take, and that's it. So if you have any ideas, leave them know in the comments here, and we're going to call it. Thanks for watching, guys.